Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, back on board the VSS Necromancy, which is of course a modified version of the Kestral Type A included in Morat 48's Ghost Stories mod, which gives us our fantastic ghost crew. It gives us this strange ship which came with no oxygen to begin with, and all manner of interesting things. Now, we have quite the hefty firepower base here with ion blasts and fire beams to do all manner of damage. We might even try... Oh, that's silly. Never mind. Anyway, this ship has all kinds of silly things going for it, and we are going to hopefully make some headway here in our new adventure. I am also still sick, so my voice is probably going to sound a little bit different than normal. Also, there's the fact that we have a new microphone here, which we're testing out, which I still have not got entirely perfectly balanced out yet, so let me know what you think about the sound of the audio. It will of course be different because I am sick, but it will hopefully be better because it's not on the headset microphone anymore. So, let's see how this adventure goes. We're getting close to the end here, and we have quite the system to keep going. Let us venture forth into the depths of space and see what we can find. Here we find an ancient device orbiting within the crystal rings of a nearby gas giant. We can't discern its nature or function, but it seems to have been deactivated from a very long time. Perhaps we can get some scrap from it. It's too bad we don't have any crystal crew, because I believe that is how you activate the crystal wormhole in order to get to the crystal sector, but we don't have any of those, so we're going to scrap that piece of junk, unfortunately, and see what we get. We break it apart and take it for scrap, get 71 scrap, and we've permanently locked down the crystal sector forever. Yes, indeed. Now let's keep moving. We got lots of space to cover, and let us see what we can find. We got lots of ghosts here. We got 6 in our ship. When a rock ship flies past our windows, and we recognize outcast decorations on the hull. These are pirates. Of course, they're pirates, but they're also all still rocks, which is unfortunate. But now we have a whole ton of fire to set them on fire with, and that should be lots of fun. They do have Lido missiles, halberd beam, and a burst laser Mark III, which is definitely not ideal. We might be able to... I don't know if we want to dodge the Lido missile, if we want to dodge the lasers, though. I think we'll wait for the time being. There we go. We missed the Lido missile anyway. That's great. And here come the shots. And no thank you. Dodge all those. Their shields should go down momentarily. We do have stealth weaponry, which means we can hide out quite effectively while we're blasting them like this. And time to set them on fire. So we're going to set some fires down through here. How many can we get? That's a good spot, I think. And some more fires. That's the ion blast. Leave the ion blast on auto fire on the shields. Thank you very much. Using control, of course, to do so. And we're going to set the shields on fire as well. So let's make sure we set that nicely on fire. Like that. Get as many rooms as possible. And burn them. So much burning. So much burning. Oh, man. That's a lot of fire. I gotta say, that's a lot of fire. I've never used fire beams really before, and this is just ridiculous. Let's light some more fires. Fantastic. This is insane. These are rock crews, so they're not going to be too bothered by this. We are, of course, in a rock homeworlds, for whatever reason. But this is going to be a lot of fire. Oh, man. I'm excited for this. Burn them. They're going to run out of oxygen so fast in this ship. This is crazy. Alright. Let's torment them some more with some more fire. Here we go. Burn them again, folks. Blast them with flames. If our rock boarding party was ready, if we had 2 rocks or something, we could really wreak havoc with this ship right now. But this is pretty funny as it stands. Let's set fire to the medbay again, thank you very much. We do not want that system to be running because we want them to be dying as much as possible. So if that thing breaks, they're going to have nowhere to go. They're going to have to run for the hills. So we're going to go for the 1 fire in there method, and then we'll fire another one in a little bit later to make sure there's nowhere safe to go. There we go, they have run for the hills anyway. They're trying to fix the shields for whatever reason, and they will die a painful death in the process. Light some more fires to prevent them from being able to repair anything, because that's one of the best things about fire. You have to fix the fire, and you can't fix the burn system, which means all of these people are going to die very, very quickly. Lovely. Down goes the rock. That was incredibly effective. Now the ship has been emptied of hostiles, we search it, finding a prisoner who offers to join our crew. We get 40 scrap, and... Allison. I could kind of use a Zoltan, but that would mean getting rid of a ghost, getting rid of my NG, or getting rid of my Rockman. And the thing about the Rockman is, we kind of want to keep him in case we can get a second one, use them for rock boarding. We kind of want to keep Allison, though, because Allison gives us additional energy, which could be very useful. I guess we could get rid of Pomeroy, because Pomeroy doesn't have any particular skills at the current time. Basically just a ghost taking up space. And while it is cool to have more ghosts on this ship full of ghosts, we might want some aliens that actually have some useful skills for us, James Pomeroy. So we're going to take Allison the Zoltan. Sorry there, Pomeroy. You can go into the spectral wavelengths of time and do whatever you do in there. Welcome aboard, Allison. And you can take over a position somewhere. We're not going to be able to put you in a room and take over it, but at least we can put you somewhere and actually power the room with you, which should be good for us. Give us some extra energy to run our shield, our cloak rather, not our shields. Let's jump to this distress beacon and see if there's anything going on in there. I'm sure we'll find something interesting. When we arrived, we found a ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field, giving off the distress call. We decided to investigate, which is probably going to give us a crystal crew if we can find one, or a bunch of rocks in the face. Yes. We find out what appears to be pieces of a derelict ship coated with ice or crystal. Before we have a chance to dock, a few asteroids get past our shields and partially damage our engines. We'll have to pull out. So that was, of course, the crystal, where you find the crystal stasis pod, but we took 5 damage instead, which is the risk. And that's why it's better to do that crystal mission, trying to get the crystal ship, do it with the rock ship, because the rock hull plating gives you a 100% chance of finding that pod, instead of only 50% chance. Here we find a rock mining vessel harvesting the mineral-rich asteroids in this locality, and their scouts take your presence to be a transgression. We head to battle stations. Now that I think about it, actually, I think it's only a 33% chance that the ship you find is the crystal ship. Sometimes I think you just find a pirate ship in there, but I could be wrong about that. I do not know for certain. So we are going to hopefully be dodging a bunch of these shots. I'd much rather not lose my shields here, given that we are in an asteroid belt. Their shields are going to go down in a second, though, and then we are going to light them on fire. Time to burn, gentlemen. Let's light one fire in through there, get those shields on fire, another fire in through there, get those systems on fire, burn them. Burn them all. Here comes the missile, we're going to dodge that, thank you very much. And now that we have a million cloak, we can just chill out in here while we continue to blast them to little tiny bits and set them on fire. So, we're going to do just that. We're going to light the shields on fire again, we're going to light the weapons and the oxygen on fire again, and make sure this is an entirely inhospitable place to live. These guys should have a lot of problems here. This is remarkably powerful. I always knew that the fire weapons had the potential to be strong, but I found that people could put the fires out too easily, especially from fire bombs. Fire bombs are, in my opinion, a remarkably large waste of time. Their system's suffering. The rock ship attempts to make contact, saying that they will, if we cease our attack, my goodness words, they will pay us 4 missiles, drone part and 34 scrap, but we will not accept their paltry surrender. We are going to stop ion blasting them in the shields in a minute. We'll get one more salvo off and hopefully be able to kill them without the asteroids doing all the work. So we're going to burn them in there and burn them in here. And that should be all we need to do. We should be able to turn off the ion blast now. Turn off the auto fire anyway. And these guys should die just from burning. No, those asteroids want them dead right now. And we're going to dodge that last missile as well. Thank you very much. There we go, they are dead. Ship explodes, giving us 3 fuel, drone part, and 52 scrap. Alright, not exactly what I wanted, but I will take it. And we could jump on ahead here, but I think we're going to wait till our cloak wears off, because otherwise I don't think it's going to automatically recharge, and we want it fully charged when we jump to the next beacon. But yeah, what I was saying about fire weapons before was I found that fire bombs were ineffective just because the enemy could always put the fires out too easily. With fire beams, though, you have the option of setting so many different rooms on fire that they have a hard time prioritizing which rooms to put out, and it makes them incredibly effective. Like, rather than having them put out the fire in their, weapons room, say, and then being fine, you can light the shield room, the cloak, the weapons room, and the teleporter room on fire all simultaneously, and they will probably only have enough crew to deal with 2 of those problems at once, meaning that while they prioritize the shields and probably the weapons, they lose their teleporter and their cloak. So next time when you burn them, you can prioritize different rooms and make sure you can knock out all of their systems before you eventually take out the ones that they prioritize highly. So, it's a very interesting and effective way of dealing with the problem. And fire beams are a lot of fun, too, because you can just burn things with them, if you haven't seen, like what I'm doing right now. This is crazy. Receive an attack meant to degrade us as aliens. We have detected an attack, but it seems to have come from a small civilian shuttle. We could go burn them, but I think we'll let them have the time to themselves. Alright, let's move onwards. Let's jump over to this way. Perfect. And it's the sun. Not perfect. A rock ship is silhouetted against the sun in a supernova. They hail, saying, "Even out here you follow us. We only wish to be left alone." Out of panic or anger, they charge their weapons. Well then, let us blast them in the shields, get ready to do some damage with the fire beams, and hopefully take them out. Okie dokie. They can't actually hurt us. The halberd beam and mini beam don't have enough power to get through our shields, even with the burst laser Mark 1 they've got. So we can basically just chill out here. The only problem we're going to have is the sun setting our systems on fire. But that's going to be half the problem they're going to have once we start using fire beams to set their systems on fire while they're burning from the sun. So this should be all kinds of fun for us, and only slightly inconvenient. Here we go. First solar flare comes in. What does it do? You can't cloak out and dodge it. It sets our medbay on fire, so we're going to send Sem in to put the fire out, because he's amazing at that kind of thing. Once we hit them with one more ion shot... Oh, come on. Don't miss again, otherwise their shields are going to fully recharge. Hit them now, please. There we go. Time to set them on fire. So we're going to do just that. Light some fires up through those core systems, light more fires up through these core systems, and these guys will be nicely burned. There you go, gentlemen. I hope you like being entirely on fire. Entirely on fire. Yes, indeed. More solar flares coming in. Hopefully this one won't do any damage like the previous one. That'll be lovely. And more fires in the medbay. Still not a problem, gentlemen. Let us continue to use fire beams to be evil. Let's set some fires over there, set some fires over there. There we go. More burning for everyone. People are now trying to deal with the fires in the shields, trying to keep their shields operational, because for whatever reason, the enemy always super highly prioritizes shields, even if it's not the thing they need most at the time. We're going to put some more healing power into our medbay to keep that NG alive while he puts out the fires, just in time, saves that final layer. And we'll see if he can repair the damage before another fire hits us. More fires going to be hitting different rooms. These guys are going to be running out of oxygen any second now. We have a fire in, okay, the weapons room and over here in an empty room, but that's fine because we do have the ability to heal over time, so we should not take any real problems from this. Although, ooh, just got it on time to save Guy on Blast, which is good. Not that it really matters because their systems are all burned to heck anyway. They are running out of oxygen incredibly quickly, which means we have the fun opportunity to really ruin their day. These fires are coming very quickly, but it's not a problem because we can just vent that room out. Time to set some more fires there, gentlemen. Burn up that medbay, because if they can keep the medbay alive, they can stay alive despite the fact there's no oxygen on their ship. And we'll keep burning it. Oh, they fixed it, actually. That's unfortunate. We want them to not fix it, because we want them to die a horrible death. If we have to resort to using lasers to kill them, then we can, but it's highly disappointing. Apparently they have a very high-level medbay, too, because it does not want to go out. What we are going to do is we're going to use our fire beams to distract them by sending them to the shield room as well, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll just shoot it, and hopefully lock it down with the fire beams instead of doing something else. So this should send them out of the room to go deal with the fire in the shield room if any fires actually start in the medbay, which they unfortunately did not. And no one cares about the shield room because of the fact that they have to hide in the medbay. Okay then, that's unfortunate. But these guys are probably going to die before they get... Oh, they fixed the oxygen! How did you manage that? It's crazy! These guys are actually quite resourceful. Alright, let's just vent out more oxygen from this ship. We don't need it anyway. We are going to set more fires because obviously they want to burn more, which means we're probably going to have to kill them, which is unfortunate. They did not want to be suffocated out of their own ship. They refused. I guess 4 rockmen was enough to actually stop us from being able to stop them. But it does mean that we are probably going to do too much damage to them before we actually manage to knock them out. Yes, indeed. We really need to kill this system, but it's not going to happen at this point. If we do so, it will kill them, which is a little bit sad, but, you know, whatever. Sometimes people have to die for no reason. There's a fire in our medbay, and they actually died from that burning. So it was the sun that killed them, not us. Click on them. There you go. It's funny how that happened, though. We got 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 43 scrap. I think that's the first ship that's actually been able to prevent me from burning them to death. They just did not want to die, and that medbay was high enough level that I could not keep it burned out for whatever reason. I probably should have just started ion blasting it earlier, but honestly, it doesn't make a big difference anyway. We have a ton of money, as it stands. Let's jump over this as just beacon, then we might jump back this way and across space here. We'll have to wait and see how things work out. Here we go, and as we jump, what do we find? We locate the source of the distress call, a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently amongst the workers. I hate this event because none of the results seem to do you any good. Ugh. We can send in our crew to help control the crowds, we can ignore them and move on. We can send our rock crew member down, our NG crew member down, and use our medbay to as secure. None of them are great, and are that great. So we're going to send our NG down to calm the infected. With no fear of catching the disease, our NG crew member helps reassure and organize the infected humans. Calmed by its extensive knowledge of human physiology, the infected submit to the quarantine in the hopes that a cure can be found soon. The colony leaders offer a reward for helping to prevent an ugly incident, giving us 3 fuel, drone part, and 29 scrap. Lovely. But yeah, there's no real best result for that. Everything is kind of mediocre, so whatever. Doesn't really matter. We have 303. Oh, I can't make that jump. You know, I could make this one. Yes, that's what I was planning on doing. Going back. Let's come over here and then work our way around to the exit. Hopefully there are good things over here. We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, we find a rock ship docked with a damaged Mantis fighter. Before we have a chance to hail them, the ship moves in to attack us, and we register teleporter symbols from the disabled ship. They're using Mantis tech to board us. Of course, they boarded us right into our teleporter, which is where our crew are sitting with the NG med bots to make sure they don't die, and that's cool by me. That guy's going to die a horrible death, and there's not a thing he can do about it. Let's send Kirkner in there to even help speed things up a little bit. There we go. It's too bad that Allison is basically just sitting neutral in a room, but we need that free power, so that's what's going to happen. Now we can set these guys on fire soon, and hopefully they'll die a horrible death. They can't actually get through our shields. They have 2 heavy laser Mark IIs, but the fact is we have 4 shields, so they can't do a darn thing to us. And I'm okay with that. Send Kirchner down there. Time to light some fires there, gentlemen. What are we going to burn first? Let's burn all of these systems. Burn them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That should give them something to think about. Once they've done that, we're going to set our next fire up through here, and our other fire after that across through there. That should give them plenty of problems, and should prevent them from being able to actually do anything about the fact that their entire ship is now on fire. There we go. Burn, burn, burn. That's what I like to see. So next up we're going to set some more fires again, because that's what we do in this ship. We have become the wrath of the flaming hells. We set fire to our enemies and make them regret their days of torment. There we go, more fires everywhere. They're not going to be able to fix that burning medbay or the burning oxygen system before they are eventually doomed. Their whole ship is going up in flames at the current time, which will make things quite difficult for them. They're trying to fix the medbay from the looks of things, but we're going to make sure they do not do that by hitting them with fire every time they try and fix it. So, we'll set another fire in the shield room to keep them busy in there, and he looks like he's actually doing a pretty good job putting the fires out in the medbay, but he has given up just before the ultimate moment. Set more fires in the shield to make sure no one gets that thing fixed. Someone's going down to fix the oxygen now, so we'll set that on fire too. There we go. Once that lights, he'll have a hard time fixing it, and then he'll continue to suffocate to a horrible death. There we go. As we continue to burn, things get a little bit uncomfortable for the Rockman. Trying to run to the medbay, this guy dies a horrible death. That's what we're good at, making people die horrible deaths. Yes, indeed. Fires and asphyxiation in the oxygen. He decides, nope, not going in there. He's going to head back to the medbay. Unfortunately for him, he's going to die before he gets there as well. We have 2 more crew trying to fix this ship, but we're going to burn more fires in there so we can't do a darn thing about it, and they're all going to finish suffocating horribly. Nice try there, guys. This rock assault was no match for us. This guy suffocates again just before he gets to the medbay. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so he's stripped of materials, getting 3 fuel, a missile, and 75 scrap. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We have tons and tons and tons of money. I should spend some of it. Let's spend it on... What else could we spend it on? What else is worth spending it on? We could buy more engines or whatever, but that's not going to do us much good. Let's buy them anyway, just for fun. Maximum level engines and sensors, just for lols, so we can see how much damage our fire is actually doing. That might actually give us a bit of an edge here in these fights. Put some more power into the engines, so we have 51% evade for whatever reason, because lol, we can. Yeah, there you go, 55% evade. Also, one quick second here, I'm going to pause for a minute. Ooh, okay, apologies there. Being sick does have some downsides. So let's keep on moving here. We're doing pretty well so far, working our way towards the edge of enemy space. We have a store over here. I don't think we have anything enough to sell, though, do we? Although we do want to try... Oh, I just... Don't have enough money now to buy anything that we wanted. I wanted to try and buy ourselves a drone bay so we can use our hull repair drone. If we get there, a drone bay is 80 scrap. Is there some way we can get 80 scrap? Yeah, we'd probably have to sell one of these things, which would be rather unfortunate. We could sell maybe, We need at least one weapon that does damage, otherwise we're going to have a hard time actually finishing off the enemy flagship. I don't know. Stealth weapons. I don't know here. It's tricky to see what to do exactly. We could get in there and maybe sell our NG Medbot Dispersal or Shield Charge Booster if we have to, but I don't think those would give us enough money even. I kind of wish I didn't just waste all my money, because that would have been really useful. Whatever. Let's head over this way and see if we can make some progress, because we're not going to be able to buy... Well, it could be worthwhile. It could be... Okay, let's go. It might be worthwhile. Maybe we'll have a good augment we can swap some augments in for or something. When we arrive within this local rock settlement, unwilling to trade with other life forms, we find an opportunistic Mantis crew who has postponed their piracy activities and set up shop to catch any passing trade. They do sell drone control. That's just evil. I could sell NG Medbot Dispersal to get the drone control, but the Medbot Dispersal is quite good. But then again, then we'd have access to hull repair drones, which is basically infinite health. So it'd be silly not to. So I guess the NG Medbot Dispersal is not such... It's not such a good item, though. Well, we could sell our shield charge booster, which is not quite as good. With our ghost crew, that is a huge helper, because it means that we can keep our 50 health crew in their systems rather than having to run them away as soon as they take any damage. I think what we're going to do is we're going to sell the shield charge booster. Although it's a better augment in my opinion, it's less specifically useful for this ship. So we can buy our drone control, which will let us activate our hull repair drone, which gives us a whole bunch more health. So hull repair drone, you're up in here now, and let's activate you a couple times, make ourselves back up to full health. Let's heal up the necromancy with the powers of green. Oh yeah, heal us with that green. We've also got 24 drones, which means we basically have infinite healing for the remainder of the game, because there's very little chance of them doing enough damage to us that we can run out of drones doing this, given that it heals 3 to 5 per heal. Although we are getting fairly unlucky here, only getting 3s. But yeah, we have a lot of healing potential now, which is really nice. Keep healing up there, and before too long, we'll be nicely recovered. Nicely recovered indeed. Let's keep up with the healing. There we go. One more heal. I think we'll leave it like that because there's no point in spending a whole drone on a single point when it normally gives you at least 3. Take the power and put it back into the cloak. There we go. And let us get a jumping. We got a lot of whole space to cover. We're running out of time too, so we're going to make sure we have to get all the way to the exit before we run out completely. Make it to the last stand. As a naturally warlike species with few intergalactic diplomatic ties, the Rock people have garnered quite a reputation as fearsome pirates. We stumble across one of their ships and they promptly live up to type. Alright then, gents. I hope you... This is the same thing. They can't really hurt us here. They can't hurt us at all. They have a heavy laser Mark II, halberd beam, and a mini beam, and that cannot get through our shields. They have no chance of doing damage to us, so we can just chill out here and set their ship on fire. Although I may move this over to hull laser slot 1. No, that's not right. Maybe like that. There we go. Because that way we have our 2 fire beams at the front of our ship, and that's fun. I don't know what I was doing previously, but yeah, this is what I wanted. Fire beams at the front of the ship together, so we can blast them simultaneously. It doesn't really matter where the other weapons are. I kind of like having the ion blast at the bottom. But yeah, the weapon order does not make a huge difference at this point. We may want to have our ion blasts up higher, so that if it gets hit, it doesn't get knocked out, because we do need to make sure the ion blast can get through their shields, but I kind of like having them both side by side at the front of our ship here. I guess the back would work too. How would that look? Let's swap these around so that the fire beams are both on the back of our ship. It doesn't look as aggressive. I like having the fire beams on the front. It looks very angry. We're going to shoot you with fire. And that's exactly what we're about to do. So let's set a fire beam in here, light their shields, medbay, and helm. Weapons on fire. Oh, missed. Clicked the wrong button. There we go. Set that up again. And one more time through there and to the oxygen room. Light them on fire. Look at that. This is a beautiful sight. So many fires, so little time. As the entire ship burns, there's not much they can do about it. We're going to set more fires here through different important rooms, make sure nobody is happy, and we'll make sure the medbay goes down quickly too, because if they get that thing up and running again, it makes it a lot harder for us to kill them. So there we go. More fires on board this ship. These guys are going to do the same thing as previously though, aren't they? They're going to tank out that medbay so we cannot fix it. Get out of there so we can destroy it, please. Alright, we're going to try and do fires up through there. And another fire run up through here in a second, but we're going to delay a little bit to make sure they can't fix the medbay fast enough. There we go, we put one fire out, so we're going to hit another one right about now. Make sure it actually does burn. There we go. Now they're trying to fix the oxygen as well, which should mean we've got them outgunned. Might be a little bit tricky to make sure the medbay actually does burn all the way, because it does still have oxygen in it as well, which makes things a little bit more difficult for us, but there it goes. Now we just need to make sure it stays down, which means we'll have to make sure we light more fires in it as soon as they get the fires put out. There we go. We might be able to keep them from ever repairing it like this, but the fact that there's no oxygen in there does make it significantly more difficult. Because if they get that thing back up and running, this gets a lot harder for us. So there we go, more fires in the medbay. Keep them from fixing it. They are suffocating, so hopefully they'll suffocate fast enough that they will not be able to repair the system ever. And this last fire shot should make sure they do not repair the system. No, indeed. They are done, and done. They got 2 fuel, missile, and 69 scrap back, and we scrapped the ship. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What do we put that money into? We have all of basically everything we need. We could throw some money into some of these systems, but honestly, we don't need them. We'll hold on to our money for now, just in case we find somewhere like this, or we might be able to buy a new augment again. Although I think we need to get out of here, otherwise we're going to get run over by the rebels, so let's just keep moving. Maybe there'll be a... Oh, sun. Oh, good. As soon as we arrive, we hear the telltale sounds of a teleporter and shouts reverberating through the ship. "Prepare to burn, fleshy meat sack aliens!" comes the cry. As only 2, really? Okay, 2 rockmen come into our ship. That's okay, we're just gonna let them be on our ship. I don't really care. Deactivate the cloak, put it into the medbay to make sure he does not die. We're gonna run him out of the room, and we're gonna make sure they suffocate horribly. Send some suffocation powers in there. I don't really care if you destroy our oxygen bay, because honestly, it doesn't make any difference to me. No, indeed. They will start suffocating fairly quickly. We can be fine. In fact, Poltergeist, you could even go back in there and start hurting them if you felt like it, but I don't think you will. You'll just go chill out in your engine room again, so we can make sure that we charge at full speed. And they are, of course, still suffocating, so this will get nasty for them very shortly, as the fires continue to burn on board our ship once this hits. There we go, we have a fire over there, but that's okay. We'll send our NG over to go deal with that. They didn't even manage to actually do any damage. Oh, why's that door closed again? Do any damage to the oxygen bay. They hit it a couple times, but didn't actually take it out. Go fix that fire there, Sem. Thank you very much. Get back to your room. We're actually going to vent out more oxygen from the other side of this before they get in there. Close that doors, open that door as well, rather. Open doors, drain oxygen. The faster we can suffocate them, the better. Alright, now we close all the doors. And they should die easily. There we go. Nicely done there, Banshee. You got 2 kills. Alright, so let us get out of here, because this is not a pleasant place to be, and the exit is blocked anyway. That's unfortunate. It was a bad tactical decision on my point. Should have gone to the store. Then we would have been able to come here and then go to the exit anyway. But oh well, sometimes we make some mistakes. Let's get over here to the exit, and what do the rebels have for us today? We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We have to survive long enough to jump to the next sector, and honestly I don't think that's going to be a problem, although their weaponry is quite impressive. Let's hit them in the shields with our ion blast. We're going to need to power up our cloak very quickly. There we go. There we go indeed. And once we get the opportunity, we're going to burn these suckers good. Where does that bomb go? That goes into our oxygen room. What do you know? Alright, let's send Sem in there quickly to go fix it before he suffocates. Looks like we dodged that missile quite nicely too. And here comes some lasers. No problem there. Alright, we are going to try and dodge the next Hermes missile they fire at us, because those things are quite unpleasant. The next small bomb hit us in the weapons. That's a pain in the butt. These guys do not want to cooperate. So you know what? We're just going to get out of here. We're going to jump to the next sector, because there's no point in staying to fight them like this. So we're going to jump to the last stand. Hopefully no one dies while we're jumping. Yes, indeed. We arrive at the heart of the last Federation fleet. Our access codes get us past initial security and a direct feed to the capital ship's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" We explain our mission, and our explanation is met with nothing but cynicism and disbelief until General Terzel of the Engine Brigade speaks up, saying, "Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none." We explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship, and Tully responds, saying, "Well then, it's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. We will refuel your ship now, and our stations will offer help wherever possible. Good luck." Gives us 10 fuel. We need to pause this game. Banshee, get out of that room. Not a healthy place for you to be. You're dying there, chum. Turn on the med bay, make sure everyone is back to full health again, thank you. Sem can fix the oxygen problem, no problem there. And everyone should be just fine. There we go. You can go fix the weapons as well, Sem, give you something to do. Banshee's going to head back in there as well. That turned out to be a little bit nastier than I expected. They got a direct hit on our weapons bay, which really took out our offensive power, and with the fact that there was just a lot of other damage coming in there, it wasn't worth trying to deal with. So, Sem, you can head back over to here, get yourself healed up nice quick, and we should be ready to keep going. Although when we get to this flagship, we might find ourselves in a little bit of trouble here. Is that fire still burning, really? Let's vent that out, please. It should vent out nice and quickly because there's already very minimal air in those rooms. Although it doesn't seem to want to burn out. There we go. Burn out the fires. Good. Okay. Close those doors. And besides, it's not like we missed anything from not fighting those guys because you only get 1 fuel from them anyway. Where are we going now? We have 2 repair beacons directly next to us, which is entirely useless. So let's head our way over to that flagship and make sure we make them regret the day they came to face us. We arrive at the next beacon, only to be immediately hailed by a small shuttle, who say that they're being attacked by pirates. Let's get in there and help that civilian ship! Ta-da! We power up weapons and engage the pirates. Yes, we do. We get our ion blast back online once we turn off our medbay. Ion blast online, and blast out those Zoltan shields now, friends. They have Artemis missiles, which we'll need to make sure we get rid of. However, their Mantis is going to be dying fairly quickly once we set fire to them. Or at least that's the plan. We're going to be getting... Oh, come on. 2 misses in a row, guys. Come on. Dodge out that. They've got 4 shields already, so this is already going to take us a while to get through, but... Jeez, you got to hit your targets. I mean, they don't even have a whole lot of engines. They have 4 levels of engines. We have like 8 levels of engines right now, guys. We are much better at maneuvering than them. How are you missing so much? Okay, we're going to probably take at least 1 missile to the face during this fight because of the fact that our team is not very intelligent. But that's okay. We're going to keep fighting here, and hopefully things should go according to plan. Missile coming at us. Hopefully they miss. Yes, they do miss. Lovely. Now let's set fire to them. 1 more shot, and we get to start setting fire. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Set the burning to go. All forces go. Burn. Keep locking down the shields, and we're going to set another fire. Medbay shields engines. There we go. That should give them plenty to think about. Plenty to think about. And we should just get enough time to block that missile with our cloak. There we go. Perfectly in time. We're going to set another fire here through the shields, doors, and engines. Another one there through the medbay weapons. Or medbay and doors. Set more fires, gentlemen. Burn them. Burn them all. There we go. more burning will be done, and everything should be just fine. These guys are going to find themselves in a nasty situation very shortly because they can no longer damage us. Their entire ship is basically on fire, and they're going to be very dead soon. Light their shields on fire again, and the extra room of the weapons. Burn, 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 and we're the ones that did it. They burned, 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 and their flagship down and cried. Alright, pirates, let's burn you again. You want to keep fixing that room, but I don't want you to. We're going to make sure you burn out horribly. Oh, yes, we do. You guys are going to try and go fix the oxygen bay right now, but I'm not going to have that. We're going to set it on fire again, so you can't do any repairs to it. While you're trying to do that, we're going to hit it again as soon as you get those fires out. There we go. More fire for you. Good luck putting that out anytime soon. It's not going to happen. Once you get those ones out, we'll set them on fire again, and you will continue to suffocate. I love this evil strategy. They can't do a darn thing against 2 fire beams. Even a rockman who can put the fires out fast enough can't do anything but 2 of them. There are no more life signs detected on the pirate ship. We get 2 fuel drone part and 78 scrap from them, and we move on to contact the civilians. However, it seems that their crew did not survive the assault. We get 3 fuel drone part and 31 scrap from the remains, and prepare to move on. Sad, but not a big deal in the long run, because they've just come to join us ghosts anyway. So we're going to power up our med bay, power up our teleporter, and power up our drone bay just for lols, because we've got money to spare. Let's keep moving. We can jump over this way, I think. This way? We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe? Yeah, let's just go direct. Charge that flagship and make sure they die. What do we find here? We arrived to see a number of Federation forward carriers and dreadnoughts. This must be a system of high importance towards such a fleet. Alright then. Let's keep moving. Work around this way. We're at the bottom of the map, and we'll see if we can find anything good over here. Well, a few scattered heavy vessels are left to defend the nearby Federation settlement, and they're in the process of evacuation. More friendly stations, and there's a store there. That's too bad, because it's going to get overrun before we get a chance to go there. So we're not going to bother with it. We're going to come over here instead. Federation ships are scarce in this region of space, despite a number of civilian space stations. We see a small bomber squadron engage with some Federation scouts and move in to assist. Alright, gentlemen, you're going to board us, and I'm cool with that, because it means you're going to die all the faster. We're going to ion blast you in the... not that. We're going to ion blast you in the shields, thank you very much. They have breach missiles, which you can dodge fairly easily. We're going to send our crew in there to go punch these guys in the face, and they should not be able to do a darn thing about us, because we do have the opportunity to turn on... oh no, I need that. Turn on our... NG medbots, giving us that permanent healing factor everywhere on board the ship. Oh yeah! Hit them with ions, please, guys. We need you to not miss so we can actually get through these shields. That's like 3 misses in a row. You are the worst. Alright, here come some more shots. They're going to be firing those and the breach missiles just about simultaneously, I think. There we go, dodge the breach missiles. They are the most dangerous thing on that enemy ship, although we did time that attack fairly poorly. We're going to send Sem out of there to go and heal. Lovely, lovely. We're probably going to need to run away with Atreyu as well, but for the time being, he can continue to punch people in the face. If we can kill at least one of those guys, that would make things a lot easier for us. There we go. Atreyu, I'm not sure if you can actually hold out in this fight against a single person, so we're going to send Sem back in to give you some support. Their shields should be gone in a second. Oh, he ran away. What do you know? So we can burn them out in a minute anyway. Once the ion blast hits out that final layer of shields, like so, it's time to set them on fire. Alright, gentlemen, I hope you like burning to death. Here we go. Light some fires. There we go. Medbay did not burn, which is unfortunate. We'll have to send another salvo in here to ignite that, but otherwise I'd say that was a fairly effective fire. Okay, send our people back to where we want to be, and that's a lot of shots that hit. Well, surprisingly effective for them. Normally they're not quite so accurate. There goes some more fires, burning up the parts of the ship they've just managed to fix, and these poor humans should burn to death very quickly. They're a lot less stable than the rockmen we've been fighting most of this time. The actual fire does damage them, of course, meaning they take a whole lot of damage from the shots that are coming in. He tries to run to the helm to put out that fire, does not give a chance. These shields are burning, and the humans are crying. Yes, they are. Things are not looking good for them. We'll set them on fire one more time with our other fire beam, and everyone is dead. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so we stripped of useful materials, getting a missile drone part and 74 scrap. Lovely. Power up oxygen just for lols. Power up the drone bay again just for lols. We haven't taken a single damage in these fights, which is great. I'd like to see it. Let's keep moving and see if we can't wreak more havoc. There we go. We're going to go fight the flagship and see what they have to say. Come face me! We arrive, and we find the rebel flagship. If we can destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving, so there is of course no turning back. Yes indeed. Let us kill them horribly, with the most powerful of methods. We're going to send one of our ghosts and one of our rockmen on board the enemy ship to make sure we can destroy their missile system directly, and once that is done, we will get ready to murder. So... we need the teleporter more powered than that, though, so let's power it up to at least level 1. It's going to take a long, slow charge for this first one. Jump into the bomb, please. Oh no, they're in the wrong order. Hopefully they can kill him fast enough, because I can't actually tell them to change their order. For some reason, this is slot number 2. We'll have to keep that in mind for the next time when we send them the other direction. Let's ion blast them in the shields before they have a chance to start fixing them. This will be quite tricky because of the fact they have the cloak, meaning that their ion blast will charge very fast. This is a very close run thing here. We may lose a ghost here. We are going to cloak out. We may very well lose one of our ghost crew, because there's very little chance I can control the random number generator. Oh, you survived with a single health, Kirkner. Well done, chum. That was a close run thing. We're going to just get the shields down. Just not quite get them down before they cloak. That's unfortunate. That's going to give them just enough time to fully repair the system, probably fire one salvo of rockets before we can actually destroy the rocket system again as well, which is less than ideal. There we go, their shields are fully charged again. Hopefully we can actually take them out this time. Teleport our crew back on board our ship, get them healing, because oh my goodness, we were in pain. Power in the medbay. There we go. Let's heal up Kirkner really fast. Hopefully he won't die. And the ion blasts need to actually hit the enemy, gents, otherwise there's nothing we can do. That's like too many misses. Once we can hit them, they're going to start dying really fast, but until we can hit them, there's nothing we can do about it. So, it's going to take a little while until we can actually burn out their cloaking device. Once that happens, we should be in much better shape. So, let's send people back over into their appropriate rooms and get things working like they should. Actually, let's swap these guys around right now so that next time is a little bit easier for us. Ion blast them, please don't hit miss. You have to hit all 7, I think, of your shots for us to be able to do anything to them. So get those shots of fire in. Let's dodge these, please. I think we're going to cloak just for fun here, because they can't hit us otherwise anyway. Power back from the medbay into our dodging ability. We want to make sure we hit them as hard as we can. We need to hit all of our shots. We get a chance to set them on fire right about now. Oh, you missed! No! No! So many misses, oh my goodness. Okay. We will eventually get them. The chances of them doing anything to us are incredibly low. We just have to actually get them. Let's keep hitting them. They will eventually die. They will eventually die. Keep hitting them. If you can hit all of your ion blasts, we'll be able to murder these guys. But until then, it's up to us, because they have that cloaking ability, making things a lot more difficult. We need to keep hitting them, keep hitting them, keep hitting them. The thing is, what's irritating is by the time we're down to here, if we miss one shot, it really doesn't matter, except for the fact that they can cloak. And there they go again. We were a little bit out of sync there, so we could not get them fast enough. This is entirely based on this chance. We could hull laser them, try and hit them through the shield and then hit the stealth to make it a little bit slower, but the odds of that actually working are still not very high. Now, we just missed our opportunity to get the ion blast in there again, so we're going to have to try again from scratch. If it doesn't work this time, we're probably going to have to rearrange things and try and do things a bit differently. This would work great if we get through the shields, but the fact that they have that cloak there makes it a lot more difficult for us. Hit them, please, gentlemen. There we go. One more shot, 2 more shots, and they cloaked. Alright, we're going to try things a little bit more aggressively. Turn off one of the fire beams, turn on the hull laser. If we can just hit the cloak, then we have a chance to actually slow them down, hit them again before they get the system back up and running, and we may actually be able to hit them once they come out of the cloak again, before this happens and the shields recharge. Yes, indeed. I guess we normally we'd have an automated weapon reloader, which would make this a little bit more possible, but as it stands, it just doesn't work. So we're going to keep hitting them, and hopefully, this time we'll actually get through their shields and have a chance to set them on fire at least once in the weapons, in the cloaking bay rather, to prevent them from being suddenly miraculously healed up again. Let's go. And nope, that time we didn't even get through the 2 layers of shields. That's terrible. This is terrible. Come on, game. Work with me here. I have lots of people to kill. And we can't, I don't want to be stuck at a standstill with this boss. That's stupid. If we have to, we'll board them and do some damage that way and distract them while we try to kill them. But I want to do this the easy way. Come on, game. Let me do this the easy way. Just please. I'm not asking that much. Hit them, please. There we go. 1 more shot. 2 more shots. Okay, now we're going to hit them with the hull laser in the cloak. Hit them fast as you can, and you missed a shot. That's not what I wanted you to do at all. Lovely. I could have fire beamed them then, though, if I wasn't so silly. That would have worked out quite well, actually. We shoot them with the hull laser to get the shield down, then we fire beam them in the teleporter. That's what, I mean, the cloaking device. That's what we're going to do next time. That's what I should have done the first time. Ah, well, sometimes we make some mistakes. Let's keep working here and see if we can't make them die this time. Indeed. Make them die this time. Oh, the shields are down. How'd that happen? Okay, I'm cool with that. Let's fire beam them. I'm not sure what happened just there, but I'm going to take full advantage of it. Burn that cloaking device, smash that cloaking device. There we go. Thank you, gentlemen. We are going to turn off the hull laser, turn on the fire beam. There we go. Their cloak is smashed. We are going to set fire to these guys, and they are going to be very unhappy. Great. I actually have no idea what just happened there. We must have hit them with one while they were cloaked or something. because otherwise the chances of that happening were incredibly slim. We're going to set fire to a whole bunch of important systems, like so and so, and make sure we can kill as many of these guys as we possibly can. We want to make sure their medbay goes down, because these guys will heal up incredibly quickly in there. Set fire to the medbay in a big way. Do as much damage as you can to it. There we go. More fires, more fires. And the slower they can take it back online, the better, because the more damage we'll be able to do to them. We want that system burned. One of our highest priorities to destroy is the medbay, because if that thing gets fixed, they have so much more health. And it's not going to be destroyed by us, I don't think. They're getting really difficult to burn. We might try and set the shields on fire and then burn the medbay while they're dealing with that. So we'll wait till our fire beams are back in sync again and try burning out these systems and then work on the medbay while they're dealing with that. So, here goes our first fire beam salvo. We're going to fire it right down through there, get as many rooms on fire as possible. And our second one doing the same thing right down this side. That should distract a whole lot of people. They're trying to fix their cloak, which we can't have happen. So we're going to have to set that on fire in a second again too. No, there goes the cloak. That's unfortunate. Hopefully things work out in our favor still once they recharge. There we go. And we're going to need to fire beam them in the medbay next once their shields begin to burn. Things should be okay for us here, although they are healing quite quickly still. We need to smash that medbay, so we might do a direct hull laser shot to it to make sure it does take some hits. Otherwise, they don't seem to want to fight us. So we're going to set fire through here. Set fire through there. That should give them plenty to think about. Again, there goes a lot of systems burning. People are running all over the place. Unfortunately for us, I don't think we can still kill the medbay fast enough. Oh, yes we can! Perfect! Perfect! More fires started and they ran away from the medbay. Now we have a chance to kill these guys. Up until then it was a little bit difficult, but now we have the upper hand. They've lost the advantage of their super powerful medbay. So we are going to set more fires and burn more of this crew. We're going to burn one of them up through there, make sure those guys die. Burn one through the helm and through the teleporter once again, and make sure those guys die, and everything should be just fine. Awesome. Once these guys start burning, there's not much they can do about it. And they're trying to run through burning rooms to try and fix burning rooms. That's not going to work out for the best for them either. Let's set fire to... Ooh, they're cloaked out again, that's fine. Oh, that cloak just burned, so that worked out great too. Let's set another fire in there. Let's set another fire in here. Burn those suckers. I want to make sure everyone we can dies, because that will make things easier in the next stages. We can basically tank out all of these shots, because we do have some very nice gear going on here. I want to make sure we don't turn off the ability to use our level 4 shields, though, once those de-ionize. Let us fire beam them through there, make sure that guy dies, and fire beam them through there to make sure that guy dies. Everyone burns. Everyone burns. Come on now, set fire to them. Oh, I have the wrong weapon equipped there, that's why. Use that one, please. The appropriately fully charged weapon, and deactivate both of those fire beams so we can watch them burn. There we go. Now we have to kill the ship, so we are going to switch on our hull laser and smash these guys. Shouldn't take too long at this point since all of their systems are burned. We want to make sure we don't suffocate the crew who are left on board though, so we do have to kill them fairly quickly. The problem is, if we suffocate the crew who are in the turrets, it makes it a little bit more difficult next time. But as it stands, we can just smash these guys to bits. Yes, indeed. One more salvo with the hull laser should kill them off. And... pow pow. Down they go. Fantastic. Alright. And they run away, of course. Just as we gain the upper hand, they find a way to make an FTL jump, and in this new state, they'll have to get closer to the base to be a threat. We got 2 missiles, a drone part, and 18 scrap, and they will have to keep running from us, because we're going to hunt them down. Yes, we are. So, what do we have? We can buy anything? Anything at all? No, we cannot buy anything at all. That's fine, though. We'll jump over here, and then we'll jump over back and fight the flagship. What do we have over here? Nothing. That's weird. Okay, that must have been a place where the flagship started, I guess, because there's nothing there after they arrive. For some reason. That seems like a bug to me, but whatever. We chase down the flagship and discover it's heavily damaged from the previous fight, having redirected considerable power to its drones, and we get ready to do battle. Yes, we do indeed. We are going to get ready to jump in there and smash out their missile weapons, though. That's a high priority for us. So get him in there, power up the teleporter, and jump into the missiles. Should be a lot easier than last time, because we do not... Ooh, that was close. They just smashed a drone into our teleporter. We're going to start ion blasting them in the... Oh, I have the wrong weapons charged. Ion blasting them in the shields to make sure that those shields go down as quickly as we possibly can. They have no one in the helm, so we should have a very easy time hitting them, but we still managed to miss. They do have an upgraded helm, of course, which makes things a bit more difficult for us. We are going to actually let him attack that system. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it at all. Once we can get their shields down, he'll be dead anyway, and it will not be a problem. But for the time being, it's better to play safe than to wind up dead. We're also going to make sure that we wind up safe. Here comes a salvo of missiles. We're going to dodge those. We got hit by one of them, unfortunately, in the radar, but that's okay, because our 3rd level of radar is superfluous anyway. And once the ion blasts keep firing... Oh, I need that online, thank you. We're going to try and do one salvo in here at the hull laser. No, we missed. Both of those got blocked somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Turn off the hull laser, then go with fire beams, and we'll just rely on the firepower to save us. Time to cloak, please. Out of there. Lovely. Okay, fire beams, are you ready? Yes, you are. Burn them. Burn them all. It's going to take us a little while to actually destroy these guys because of the fact that we're literally relying entirely on fire to do our damage, but that's okay. We are going to teleport our crew back in now because we might as well. Zoop. Hello there, guys. Punch them. Alright, you're actually going to run away because you're not really designed for punching people like this. And we're going to set more fires on the enemy ship. Next salvo is going to go in there and in there. Excuse me for 1 second. Alright, we're back again. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep setting them on fire. Hopefully everything works out for us here, though. We're going to make sure we put some more power into our medbay to make sure people don't suffocate too badly. And let's set some more fires, I think. Then we're going to have to switch to our hull laser and burn them out that way. Let's do that right now. So we only have one fire beam. We can actually focus some actual firepower in there. Lots of shot. Oh, ho, ho. That's bad. We're going to get some hits in here. Ow. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Also, ow. And, even ow. Yes. Ouch. With a side order of ouch. Turn up the dodge ability, please. Thank you. Not get hit for a couple seconds. That's great. That's great. They are burning, which is nice. But how that hurt. Okay. Let's put some of those fires, and let's get things back working like they should. You guys are going to get in there and smash this guy. More power into oxygen, how about? That should make it a little bit more livable in there. We are going to light another fire on board your ship. Not that it does any real damage to you, but we're going to do it anyway. And we're also going to turn our hull laser back on, because we need that thing to actually kill you. Ow. Repair that cloaking device, please, because we're going to need it in a second. Alright, and we are going to cloak now. Thank you very much. Nothing for you. These guys are doing fine in there, fixing the damage, and we're going to start pounding them with the hull laser. Not the most effective, quick way of doing things, but definitely powerful. We're also going to set fire to this guy, so he can't do anything to us. That's right. Hope you like being burned. He should have no problem putting out that fire, but it will still burn him a little. And we'll just send Sem over to fix our broken radar. Yes, indeed. Okay, turn off that extra power in the oxygen, put it into something. I don't know. Nowhere to put it. Put it in the engines. So, we're going to hull laser them again. Make sure I auto-fire that this time, so I don't have to keep aiming it every time. There we go. And they have very little drone firepower now, but we're going to dodge it anyway, so they can't hit us at all. 108% dodge. Ha ha! 111% dodge was the best highest. 115% dodge. Oh yeah. You aren't hitting a darn thing now, guys. That's silly. Okay. This should kill them, and down goes the flagship. Fantastic. 115% dodge when the flagship dies. Just as we gain the upper hand again, they manned a way to make an FTL jump, and in this new state, we'll have to get closer to the base to be a threat. We bought some time, we'll have to keep up our assault. Yes, indeed. Well, let's power down that, power up the hull repair drone. Do some fixing for us there, friend. I actually put some power back where we needed it too, I think. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let us take the power out of the hull repair drone. Put it into... teleporter 1 point. Midday 1 point. There we go. Let's arrange our crew for the upcoming teleport salvo, although, since they have the Zoltan shield up, it won't be so immediate. And let's get moving. We're going to go finish off that flagship right now. Right here, right now. This is the Necromancy coming for you, flat rebels. We're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it has sustained, having transferred power to their teleporter as well as some kind of super weapon. But that's okay by me. They have no one to teleport, and the super weapon is really the only dangerous thing on that ship. Well, the rockets are quite dangerous too at this point, actually, come to think of it, but that's okay too. We're going to put the power all in the dodge at the moment, because we want to not be hit by as many missiles as possible. Get ready to pound them with lasers! Pound them with lasers! Here comes some rockets, so we're going to dodge those, thank you very much. And that should give us perfect timing to also dodge the first salvo, since we do have the stealth weapons augment. Let's hit them with this as well, because it'll help knock down some of those overshields, since we're missing a lot of those ion blasts. I don't actually think the fire beam does a darn thing to them, but that's okay. Let's keep hitting them, please, gentlemen. Because the fire beam doesn't do any direct damage, so I don't think you can actually knock out these shields with it. But that's okay. Zoltan shields are not that much of a problem for us here, because we have ion blast Mark IIs, and those melt Zoltan shields. Keep hitting them there, gentlemen. Oh, I should have boarded them already. Whoops. Okay, we'll take the power out of there, set on the boarding, jump into... It doesn't even matter what order they're in, too. There's nobody in there anymore. And he still jumps into that spot. Apparently Kirkner likes going to the top. Also, we're going to get hit by some of these rockets. Ow, ow, ow. Hit us in the stealth and the doors. That's unfortunate. Set fire to them and make them regret their ways. Okay. Ow. That hurt quite badly, actually. Let's send... Where did Kirkner... Oh, Kirkner's over there. Yeah. Where did Kirkner go? But he's on the enemy ship, of course. Let's cloak out, please. Thank you very much. I'm rather not getting hit by that at all. We have taken a lot of damage in the cloak, which means it's not going to be half as good as it could have been. Our doors are now completely burned, which is terrible. We need more healing factor. We need more dodging factor. Yes, we do. We need to not die also. That would be great. Okay, here comes the missiles that I was hoping to dodge, but unfortunately I cannot dodge them because our cloak just wore out. Here comes some more missiles. They only hit us one time in an empty room. That's not a big deal. We need to start burning these guys. Fire beam them. Go. And hull lasers. Go. There we go. That's what I like to see. Teleport our crew back on board. Okay, we got a lot of fires to deal with. Get over there and put those fires out, gentlemen. We can't activate our doors, which makes things a little bit difficult for us. So put our ghosts to work. Nah, ghosts are fine. We're going to activate a system repair drone. That'll do some good work for us. Power out of there into the system repair drone. He will come out and help us put some fires out. Here comes another big salvo of shots, which we are going to dodge in 1 second once we get the opportunity to relocate some of our power into our stealth system, like so. Dodge that. Thank you very much. This is a bit of a hectic battle, but I think it should go out no problem for us. So, we are going to set more fires on board their ship. Ion Blast, you're going to keep firing there for the time being. Fire Beam, you are going to burn them. Burn them again. Not that it does a whole lot of damage. The hull laser is where the damage is at. We're going to set it to auto-fire at that room, so it will make sure they die, even if I'm not paying attention, dealing with the problems that are all over my ship right now. Yuck. Looks like that's going more or less okay. Atreyu, you're going to go deal with those fires before they spread to our engines, and Sam is going to go help fix the doors. Our drone looks like he's also coming to help fix the fires. You're actually going to go help deal with the problem in the engines, because that is much more severe at the current time. The Rebel flagship is just about burned to death. We'll set some more fires on there for fun, and they're probably going to go down in the next salvo as we fire. Oh, they get their Zoltan shield up just in time. That's stinkers. Perfectly timed shots mean we do not get the opportunity to blast them to death instantly. It's going to take us a little bit longer, and then they're going to die. Well done there, Repair Drone. You've done some good work for us in this battle. Lucky for us, we actually got you at the last second there. We can even power up our hull. Oh, they actually died from the fires. What do you know? Well, the Zoltan shield was still active. You poor Rebel flagship, you. Thanks to the valiant effort of the VSS Necromancy and her successful crew, Revenant, Apparition, Poltergeist, Banshee, Kirkner, Atreyu, Sam, and Allison, the Rebels' flagship was destroyed, throwing their flagship into chaos and ensuring our Federation victory. Yes, indeed. Alright, thank you very much. Let's take a look here at our score. Ooh! 5,356, destroying the Rebel flagship, ensuring the victory of the Federation. Let's take a look at our stats board. Still not first. Nice, solid third, though. VSS Retribution is, of course, not this ship. It is the Obsidian Cruiser we used earlier, and the Necromancy being the Ghost Cruiser. Not bad. We got a new high score for scrap collected, though, which is pretty darn awesome. Although we fought significantly less ships defeated and less beacons explored, which contribute to your score as well. Very interesting run overall. We can look at our ship best, and it's actually well in first. Well, not well in first, but definitely in first. By 6 points. 6 points in first. Yes, that. But it was a pretty cool ship to use. A lot of fire made it a lot of fun. It's not something I don't normally play with. But having those 2 fire beams and the Ion Blast 2 made this a lot more interesting than I thought it might otherwise have been, because our weaponry was a little bit underpowered at the start, I have to say. But very cool ship. Of course, made by Morat48, the Ghost Stories mod. If you're looking to get it for yourself, you can find it in the links below, as well as any of the other mods we use, like all of the graphical mods from Splette, from Liakad, and from all of those fantastic creators. You will need Grognak's Mod Manager to install them alone. It's fairly easy if you just follow the instructions that come along with the mods. Also, this has been Vanguard of Valor. Thank you very much for watching us play some FTL here. I apologize for the sick voice. I hope you like the new microphone. I will continue to fiddle with it, see if we can get it sounding as good as it can, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.